I've made a lot of different Drag Race videos for fun, sharing my opinions on ideas, on concepts, on fan casting, but I've never done a video like this before. At least I don't think I have. Today I'm going to be building an entire Drag Race season from scratch, from challenges to runway concepts, lip syncs from episode 1 all the way to the finale. A big endeavor, I'm sure. And this of course is all for fun because I love this silly little show called Drag Race, and I love thinking about ways that it could be exciting and different and new and reinvented. Hi, hello everyone, my name is Jer, and if you met me, you'd understand the true meaning of disappointment. I already have my drink today. I'm already halfway through it. It is the end of my night. I've been sewing all day. Imagine the drink ceremony. So for the premiere episode 1, I want to play with a concept that I think season 13 got really close to getting right, and that is the lip sync smackdown into 2 different groups premiering this season. Where I think 13 strayed a little bit too far from God's light was the fact that they made it seem like all these queens were going to be eliminated, and then we have 1, 2, 3 episodes where no one goes home and it just drags on and on and on. I think split premieres are fun but don't often have a favorable outcome for us as a viewer, and there's a lot of reasons for that which I can dig into at some point. But here's how I would arrange it. We would have a really big cast size of 16 for this imaginary Drag Race season. Let's pretend that it's season 20. And we're going to do the idea of that lip sync smackdown for episode 1. All the queens will come in and they will do a mini challenge where they have to pop balloons, because I think that's always very funny when you get the pit crew involved, and then we get to see who in the room likes to pop balloons and who likes getting a balloon pop behind them. The colors will match up with who they will be paired with in the lip sync slay off. In groups of 2, they go to the main stage, so group red, for instance, goes there, and we have Michelle, Lonnie, and TS there with Rue. I want Lonnie to be permanent this season, and the lip sync format is going to be prior flops. So they've already licensed these songs. Let's redo them in episode 1, and let's get these lip sync songs poppin'. So pair 1 will lip sync to Yes and, because I think that that was a bit of a flop in season 17. One queen is told they won the lip sync and have to stand on the left side of the stage, and the losing queen has to stand on the right side of the stage. This will make sense later. Pair 2 enter, same exact format. They're gonna lip sync to Don't Leave Me This Way. I believe this has been done a couple times already, but I haven't liked any version of it. One queen is called as the winner, and then they must determine if the queen on the left or if the queen on the right won their lip sync. And they have no idea, they're not given any hints, they just have to go by what they saw in the workroom. And so the idea of this would be to play off of the social dynamics that already happened. If queens know of each other or have heard of each other, maybe even worked one-on-one, they might think, oh, you're a really slay lip syncer, so you probably won, I'll pair up with this queen. And if there's any luck in the world, they will pick the losing queen, but they will have no idea, and they're not allowed to say anything. And then the losing queen of that lip sync has to join the opposite side. Is this making sense? We're playing around with social game heavily at the beginning of this episode. Pair 3 enter and have to lip sync to Trouble. I think that Milan was fun in season 4, but it was a bit of a mess of a lip sync, and I would like to see it one more time. Love Pink, by the way. Again, the winner of the lip sync is told to choose a side, which are the side that won both their prior lip syncs. So they have to look at both people in the group and determine, did you both win or did you both win? And then the loser has to join the opposite side. Pair 4 lip sync to Oops, I Did It Again. Absolutely a song that needs redemption, same exact format. The winning queen has to determine which of the prior groups won their lip sync and which one they want to join based on that knowledge. Again, with any luck, the girls will get all jumbled up. My intention in this is so that nobody feels bad about being the loser of their lip sync. That theoretically it would all be in good fun. Pair 5 lip sync to Dreaming by Blondie, done in season 7. We got a lot of pearl smashing, which was fun, or whatever. Pair 6 will lip sync to I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. I am baffled, bewildered, and confusified why they have never done this again. Pair 7 will lip sync to Greedy by Ariana Grande, another one that absolutely needs redemption. And then pair 8 will lip sync to Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And then at the end of the smackdown, when the groups are both paired off, they're told that the left side of the room will be premiere 1 and the right side will be Premier 2. And then it's revealed who all won their lip syncs by raising their hands on who won in their respective groups. Hilarity ensues, I'm sure, because in theory, everyone will be mixed up. And then they go to the workroom to untuck, and they will then split off into their different pairs for episode 2 and 3. For Premiere 1, their mini challenge will be a split runway. So they'll do a brunch outfit and a nightclub performance look. And then they'll need to choreograph and lip sync a song that they'll record. I always think that a girl group performance, like I'm That Bitch, is exponentially better than a talent show. Exponentially! The runway category will be Sparkle Queen Sparkle. There will be a bottom 2, and the lip sync song will be Diamonds by Rihanna, and One Queen Will Go Home. Because we gotta get this season moving. There's a lot of them, and I have big plans. Episode 3, same format, split runway. They will do a bingo look and a pageant look. Again, more of an idea of who they are outside of the show. Same maxi challenge, but their runway will be called Feathered for Your Pleasure. And the lip sync song for the bottom 2 is Feather by Sabrina Carpenter, Someone Goes Home. Episode 4 is a design challenge in duos. I think a design challenge at the beginning of the season is kind of compulsory. It harkens back to old days of Drag Race. It shows the queen's skills and abilities to manifest something that is in their vision of what their drag looks like. And we get an idea of who prepared for Drag Race and who didn't. And it's sort of in the same format as a Wicked Good, where they have to create characters. So the design is important, but it's also about storytelling and how they do well as a duo. Rue loves to laugh. We gotta scratch that Cocomelon brain. And so this will be a good opportunity for them to show if they can make her laugh and create something that looks cohesive. The gag is that group 1 will have to choose a teammate from group 2. So pulling old references of season 6 when those groups merged. For that one mini challenge where they had the legs and body, there will be a top 2 winning team that will both get wins, in theory, unless someone really does better than the other, and a bottom 2 team that will lip sync together, and one of them will go home. Their lip sync song will be Dancin' by Kylie Minogue. Episode 5 is a parody challenge similar to the season 7 one, where they had to take RuPaul songs, rewrite the lyrics, and come up with something making fun of her. I would love a callback to season 7. This was a great improv and songwriting challenge. It got to show their personalities. And I think that originally, maybe it was a season too early. Like if the season 8 girls had gotten that challenge, I think it would have been phenomenal. And I'm hoping that this group will have some comedic geniuses in them so that they can write some excellent lyrics other than I'm gonna turn and burn and tan with you. And since the last time they did this challenge, they riffed off of Michelle's least favorite color, this time they will riff off of Michelle's least favorite thing. So it will be Marie Antoinette, but make it blank. So Marie Antoinette, but make it slut. Marie Antoinette, but make it blue. Marie Antoinette, but make it wet. They can interpret Marie Antoinette however they want to. It's gotta be the iconic silhouette, but whatever their blank is. And the lip sync song is Blah 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 by Kesha. I don't know if this is licensable, but in my fantasy world it is. Episode 6 will start with the queens ranking each other, similar to what they do in some of the international seasons. I'm thinking about Drag Race Philippines season 1. They'll come in one at a time and have to rank their competitors from 1 to 12, I think, are left. I can't do math, I'm gay. And it'll be based on who they think is their biggest competition, but it'll all be in private. I don't mind when they ask them these questions because it plays off of the social aspect, and it also gives a little bit of feelers for the judges to understand how they're all seeing their fellow competitors. I don't like when it's done in front of them, so this will all be secret voting, and there will be no receipts at any point until the episode drops, and then they all have to watch it and face the consequences. And then after this mini challenge, some PA will have to sit down and do all the math and figure out where all the queens fall. This will capitalize on early drama, will allow some storylines to start fleshing out, and then the production team can utilize the stories that are already developing. And from these rankings, there will be teams created. So rank 1 to 4 are in a team, Rank 5 to 8 are in a team, and then 9 to 12 are in a team. These will be rival girl groups, and the theme of the song that they will have to sing is about being an indie drag queen who wants to snatch the crown at Drag Race, being super meta about the lyrics that all the girls always use, and it's about being the best that ever was. So you want to be as obnoxiously self-centered as possible in your lyrics, and the runway category will be your favorite pop idol. The lip sync song will be Talkin' Body by Dovelo. Episode 7 is a horror-themed runway challenge to make a glamorous look using party supplies. This will riff off of season 11, where I think they got really close to having such a cool ball concept, but I would have loved if they had actually had Party City costumes, like pull out a full dinosaur onesie and give that out as a material and say, make something high fashion with this. Give them a mushroom princess dress and tell them to create something high fashion. Party balloons, streamers, etc. All of the Party City supplies that they could possibly bring in. And the lip sync song will be Zombie Boy by Lady Gaga. Episode 8 will be a dinner theater murder mystery improv challenge similar to Murder on the Dance Floor. I think that was a fantastic improv episode. Everyone got to have a lot of fun because dinner theater murder mystery is deeply inherently drag. And the runway category will call back to season 8 and will be noir. The lip sync song is Bodyguard by Beyonce. Episode 9 is the reading challenge into the Snatch Game, and they could make this the Of Love style again like they did in season 18, and I think that would be fine. And the runway category is called Summer in the 70s, inspired by Canada's Drag Race where they did Summer of 69. The lip sync song is I'm Going Down by Rose Royce. Episode 10 is Gaga the Rusical. Similar to the other unauthorized musicals they've done, like Cher and Madonna, they did a Gaga Rusical in Italia too, but it was kind of oddly formatted. They did things in duos. This one would be each era of Gaga, so Fame Monster, Joanne, American Horror Story, etc. And it will not be live because I don't like live singing ever. And the runway category is Night of 1,000 David Bowies, with the lip sync song that night being Life on Mars. Episode 11 will have a mini challenge that will be fill in the Drag Race quote. Get those blank out of my face. We are the girls of blank, all shapes and sizes, etc. And whoever wins gets to determine the order of the roast for this week, which is the roast of Drag Race Vegas Live. And so they'll have special guests of Derek Barry, Latrice Royale, and Coco Montrese. I said for the season 18 roast, I would love other contestants to come in and be seen on the main stage. And even though all 3 of these contestants have come back to Drag Race a couple of times, it would be nice to see them once more and get roasted because there's so much content that you could generate for them. Plus, it's good promo for the Vegas show, and I think Drag Race always wants people to invest in their shows outside of the mainline series. The runway category is called Lucky Sevens. They'll have to incorporate 7 different either materials or fabrics in their looks, and they'll have to explain on the runway as they're presenting it what their 7 pieces are. And then the lip sync song will be Lucky by Britney Spears. Rue then asks the queens if they're feeling lucky, and she asks each one of them to choose an eliminated contestant to return to the competition. It could be their best Judy, it could be someone they think they could beat in a lip sync if they were in the bottom again. It could be anyone that has been eliminated so far, and they are all sent to Untucked. The winner gets to choose a lipstick first out of a pool of names of everyone that has been eliminated. And one by one, every one of the queens gets to choose a singular lipstick. And they're told that maybe one of those queens that they've chosen might get to come back. Episode 12 begins with the 6 queens that are remaining finding out who will be returning, and one by one, 6 queens walk into the room. And the name they chose from that lipstick pool will be their partner for the Maxi Challenge, which is makeovers. Again, more social dynamics, more social gameplay at work here. And a return episode is always a good opportunity for some storylines to get hashed out, maybe right a wrong of someone that production eliminated that they probably shouldn't have sent home the first time, like a Trixie Mattel. And they can also bring back a booger, someone that could be a buffer in case one of their front runners ends up in the bottom the following week. There are boogers on Drag Race. The runway category is Drag Family Resemblance, which has is always so murky and up in the air, but Drag Race is gonna do it anyway, so whatever. And the lip sync song is Motivation by Normani. Episode 13 will riff off of Canada's Drag Race once again, and it will be a makeup branding palette challenge. So they'll collaborate with Anastasia Beverly Hills and they'll create a palette with their signature colors and their signature look that they will then have to create a commercial for and try and pitch to ruin the judges, showing not only their personality but also who they are as queens. I think an essential ingredient for Drag Race is the branding challenge. Who are you as a queen? What do you bring to the show and what will you do afterwards? And with the prize now being a collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, it would be like opening up a window into what that opportunity collaboration would look like for them. I loved this challenge in Canada's Drag Race Season 3 and I'm shocked that they have never recycled it to the US season, but we're doing so here. And the runway category is called Hollywood Mogul and the lip sync song is Clap Your Hands by Ava Max. Episode 14 is a ball challenge. We always have to have a ball, and I prefer them when they're a little smaller and not as huge. Actually, that's not true. I love big balls, but I don't like 33 outfit balls. And this ball is going to be called the Gum Ball. Category 1 is called Plastic Pastel Perfection, a pastel look with a plastic theme. And category 2 is called Change Your Costume, a reveal outfit that reveals into something that is covered in either money or pocket change. And I know Rue loves a reveal runway, but it's putting a bit more of a focus on it so it's not an aimless reveal. And category 3, the queens will receive a classic gumball color. So white, blue, green, orange, and pink. And they'll have to create a look with traditional materials similar to the Dripping in Jewels Eleganza. They'll have fabrics and other materials that sparkle and shine so that it can evoke the color palette of that gumball, not necessarily the texture of it. And then the lip sync will be It's Not My Fault by Renee Rapp, featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Episode 15 will be She Done Already Done Had Hers' lip sync Lollapalooza Smackdown. The 12 eliminated queens will lip sync to a bunch of different songs, and I've shortlisted a playlist here. I've got Can't Stop Talkin' by Betty Hutton, potential breakup song the explicit version, Don't Worry About a Thing by Tori Kelly, Heart Attack by Demi Lovato, Valerie, Amy Winehouse, which I'm pretty sure they did in Drag Race UK, but I want to see it in the US as well, Cry by Carly Rae Jepsen, Lips Are Movin' by Meghan Trainor, You Cannot Deny That Diva's Got Bops, Just Dance by Lady Gaga, and Baby by Charlie XCX. And then episode 16 would be a traditional reunion style where they all reunionize on the main stage for a little bit before the final queens perform a number like how they've done for many, many, many years. And while this is sort of an end cap to the season, there will be a ranking of all 4 of those performances by Rue. Rue will choose number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those numbers will correlate on who will lip sync together in the Rebecca Black lip sync Smackdown. So lip sync song 1 will be Friday, lip sync song 2 will be Trust, and then lip sync 3 for the crown will be Salvation. I want a Rebecca Black finale so badly, it's criminal how bad I want it. The budget for the season to acquire all these lip sync songs would be astronomically high, so this is truly a fantasy, but this is the universe that I would like to see on Drag Race. This is the theoretical season 20, the huge one that celebrates all of the seasons that came before it, that makes a huge hubbubaloo, that celebrates drag and all of its fantasticalness. Thank you so much for watching this fantasy season. Let me know what lip sync songs you would want to see in the next season of Drag Race. Be sure to check out my Patreon as well as the Extravaganza Extra membership so you can watch these videos before everybody else does. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all on the flip.